Welcome to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Let's Talk Cars Radio is sponsored in part by Napa Car Care Centers, BDG Auto Group, by Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmissions, Advanced Technology Institute, and American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Be a part of the program today by calling 757-222-3705. You may text your comments and questions during the show at 757-866-2192. That's 757-866-2192. Email your questions and comments to Dave at letstalkcarsradio.com. Now, here is the host of Let's Talk Cars Radio, Dave Palash.
Happy Saturday, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Pilach. And my mic is...
His mic's not on.
Is it? My mic on? Mm-hmm. Hello? Testing? I love when people tell me my mic's not on. It starts for an interesting... Cameron's headset's not on.
My mic on?
It is now.
But my mic was off.
Cameron's like, hey, man, your mic's not on.
My headset was off.
Your mic's always off.
I know my mic's always off. Welcome to Let's Talk Cars Radio.
I love it. You got to love it.
You got Rock and Larry Cobb.
It's raining outside. We got mics and headsets not working.
Oh, they are. It's just some people don't know how to use them.
Oh, is it some people Cameron today?
What a name. I name him some people.
I'm IT, not producer.
Yeah, there's a reason why you're not producing this show. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday where you guys are at. It is pouring down rain where we're at, so, yeah.
I woke up today and I heard the rain. I was like, come on, not again.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You know there's not a car show going on out there. Definitely not a car
there
show.
could be. They could be showing off their new windshield wipers.
Don't be making fun of me.
No, there's no making fun intended.
So...
Sponsored by.
No, yeah. Sponsored by
Napa?
Napa's windshield wipers. So it's funny. If you guys just tune in the show, if you guys never watched the show before, if you guys watched a couple different times, you've never heard, I have a thing for windshield wipers. I change my windshield wipers probably like people change the toilet paper in their house. But it's always been a thing for me. I have a thing for changing my windshield wipers all the time. I've been doing it for over 20 years. I change it, and they joke me about it. So funny, it was time for me to change my windshield wipers again. And I took a picture of them, and I sent the picture to Larry. Yeah. And I was like, guess what time it is?
You know when you get in the truck and there's just like an extra box of windshield wipers in the back seat, and you're like,
don't make fun of me.
And you're thinking to yourself, didn't he just put some on?
I did just put them on, but it was time again.
They were spares.
No, they're not spares.
He never buys spares.
I don't do spares.
He's the type of guy to buy them and put them on immediately, not wait.
Well, and here's the problem. So, and I don't even buy the cheap windshield wipers, guys. And look, I don't know if you're windshield wiper people like I am. I'm a windshield wiper guy. My windshield wipers are like $54 for the vehicle. I've always buy the
You're
expensive
buying those Bosches.
Yeah. Well, they're good. If you don't know, buy the Bosch windshield wipers. They're really good.
I used to have a fetish about Windex and paper towels that I had to have a clean windshield.
Oh, don't use Windex on your windshield.
You don't use Windex.
Well, I'm sorry, Windex. I like your product, but don't use Windex on your windshield.
That's what I used back in the 70s.
No.
What are you supposed to
use? I use that spray. What's that spray called?
The stuff in the can?
Yes.
I use the real, is it Invisiglass?
Yeah, Invisiglass.
Yeah, Invisiglass.
I've used that.
And I'm old. I still use newspaper, too. I like newspaper.
Well, it's lint-free.
I do like newspaper, too. If I'm washing my windows, it's newspaper. That's the only reason why I like the Sunday paper.
And then everybody goes, oh, with the ink and stuff like that. Now, and I use Invisiglass and I use a little bit of newspaper. And if I don't use newspaper, I like the old school paper towel. You know what I'm talking about? Not like a paper towel that you use in your kitchen because that's for wiping
like
your
counters. The blue shop towels that used to have at a full-service gas station.
Yep. So I use those, or I use the ones that are brown, like the brown paper towel. Yeah. Those work real well too. I have these niches, these little things, guys, and I apologize because I might be weird, but you can be weird with me. It's okay.
What do you carry in your car?
I have the Invisiglass in the truck.
No, I'm talking about. I'm sorry, it just take you off sidetrack. Let me ask you and Larry, what are the necessary things you carry in your car?
What, for like cleaning it?
No, for every day, like just in case of emergency.
Well, I mean,
I know what you.
Okay, so
most of what you carry.
I used to carry a large size jump box. You remember the days? I had a large size jump box in it. I've now I've
the
gone down.
Blue Point jump
Yeah,
box.
you remember?
Yep, we still own that
I used to
one.
have the big Blue Point jump box. I used to keep in the vehicle. I used to keep it charged, so I always had that because I hate it. I hate having to drag the jumper cables out. Even though I still have a set of jumper cables, I keep a jump box in there because I didn't want to drag the jumper cables out. Now I have those just in case the jump box didn't work, and I needed. I can't count how many times I've found a stranded couple in the middle of the night in a parking lot or something like that needed a jump start. So jump box, jumper cables, something I always keep inside my vehicle. Forever and a day, I've always had the AAA emergency kit, the one that has all the Band-Aids and the blanket and everything else. It's the roadside emergency kit. It's the bigger one, and it zips up and everything's inside it. So it has Band-Aids, has cloth, alcohol, wipe swabs, everything. If like somebody got injured and stuff like that.
It has the special Band-Aids, the butterfly ones.
Yeah, and it's got. I have a blanket, which is coming in handy. There was years ago. I think I told this story a couple of years ago. I came across a flip car on the freeway here, just outside Norfolk, a station wagon that had barrel rolled, and I was the first on the scene, and they were ejected out of the vehicle. Now, if y'all don't know, a lot of times people go in shock, after they've been in a major accident. One of the biggest things you can do is take a blanket and put it on them. It helps just a little bit. So I've always had a blanket inside my vehicle, a large blanket. And the blanket I used to carry was my U.S. Military blanket. Remember the green one?
Yeah.
The green, so I've always kept that in the vehicle. I've downsized and I have a different one now. I wish I still had that. I think someone took it from me. I don't have that blanket anymore, but I do keep a blanket in there.
I think it was in the
A couple bottles of water. I always keep it in my vehicle, and that's just in case I need it. And it's kind of good in the wintertime because if you're thirsty, the wintertime keeps a nice ice cold bottle of water, so you always have cold water in your car.
That it does.
I have a small toolkit that's always inside my vehicle that has all the sockets, has a pair of pliers, snips, ratchets, a couple wrenches and stuff that's always inside my vehicle just in case of, once again, if I need to fix something on the side of the road or if somebody else is broken down the side of the road, I'm helpful, so I keep a small little kit like that. Simple things like that. What do you keep? What do you got?
Nothing.
Really? You got nothing?
Nothing.
I call AAA.
Wait a minute. You keep nothing. You have nothing in your vehicle. No bottled water, no blanket, no nothing.
No,
Why?
because I don't see why I would need it. I don't go anywhere.
I just gave you all the reasons why you need it.
I don't.
Did that just change your thought of why maybe you should have some things? Maybe.
No.
Really? All the reasons I just gave you why I keep the stuff I have doesn't even ponder on you to
Well,
maybe
I
you should
can't
keep
imagine
that
that
stuff?
I'm going to need a bottle of water. I don't drink bottled water anyway.
It's not. Maybe it's not for you. What happens if you come across an accident scene and you're the first?
I'm
First
call-
of all, if you come across an accident scene, do you stop or you just
No, I stop and
drive
call
fast.
911.
you don't even get out and try to assist or anything?
I don't know what to do. I figured I'd be more harm than
Are
help.
you okay?
Are you okay? Can I call an ambulance for you? Can I assist? Hey, can I pick up that body part and put it next to you just in case you need it later?
I've got to be honest with you. It's never, ever happened. I mean,
You've
what-
never come.
No.
How is it in my years I've been on more accident scenes? I mean, I'm talking major I have, and I joke, and I don't mean to because it's not. I get paid to be funny. No, I don't get paid.
I get paid.
I've been on major accident scenes. I told you about the one that I came on years ago where the car went off the cliff, and I had to go down. I had to find a way to go down the cliff to get to the car, and I was the first person there. And the lady landed. No, yeah, it's not nice. And the lady landed on her wheels. I couldn't even believe it. She went off the cliff. Now, when I say cliff, guys, I mean a cliff. I mean, I'm not talking like a little drop off. She went off a cliff, and we went down the cliff all the way down, and somehow the vehicle landed on its wheels right before the river. If she wouldn't have went any further, she'd have been in the river. She stopped. The vehicle stopped right before
Did
the river.
she survive that fall?
She did. Her and her little dog survived the fall. She was in a Dodge Dakota pickup truck and went off the cliff right in front of me. She was coming the opposite way down the road from me and hit a patch of ice. She went through the center section of the media, never touched my lanes, went airborne and never touched the 2 lanes I was on, and went off the cliff on the other side because the cliff was on my side of the road. And I assumed she was dead, obviously. So I stop my vehicle, I get out, and I look, and I see the vehicle's down at the bottom of the cliff, and it's stopped right before the river. So I made my way down the cliff along with my friend that was riding with me. This was years ago. And we go down there, and I open the door up expecting her to be, dead, obviously. I mean, that was a huge fall.
Yeah.
And there she is with her little dog.
She was conscious?
She was conscious, and she was alive. Yeah. I was just like, holy cow. I mean, like, you just soloed under the most luckiest star ever.
I have never had anything. As a matter of fact, I've only been in a couple of accidents, and they were very minor.
Yeah, I had that happen. I
entire
had
life.
the one here in Norfolk. The barrel, that guy barrel rolled and was ejected out of the vehicle. We thought there was 2 people. He kept on saying, my buddy, where's my buddy, where's my buddy? Well, I thought I thought his buddy got ejected. You know where you come, as you're coming into Norfolk, you come across that bridge that's right there before you come to the houses, and there's that waterway where the inlet comes across, and usually people got crab pots and stuff all set out there.
Off the interstate?
It's on the interstate. If you're on the
Yeah,
on the
I think I
interstate
know
right
where
there.
that is. I
So
think I know
I
exactly
thought his
where that
buddy got ejected up over that bridge. So I had rappel line in the trunk of my car. So I tied off to the front ring on the front of my vehicle and rappelled down off the side. I was military at that time, so of course, gun ho, I'm gonna rappel. So I rappelled and I went down to the bank down below, and I'm looking all over for a guy that I thought got ejected. He just had head injury and thought somebody was riding in the car with him. So we later figured out there was nobody actually with him.
Yeah.
We went, so we a bunch of bystanders, we stopped. There's no police yet, so we're looking for the second party that he said, my buddy, he was with me, he was riding with me. Turned out there was nobody riding with him. But yeah, so I've had that. I've stopped on some serious accidents over the years. Serious. I had the one out in Richmond. I was headed to Richmond, and the guy was in a real big hurry. He was probably going a little over 100. He was weaving in and out of traffic, and I made the comment. I had a bunch of friends. We were headed to Richmond race, and I said, that's an accident waiting to happen. 10 minutes later, traffic comes to a dead stop. I pull up on the traffic, and the car that was weaving in and out of traffic had hit a Toyota Camry. The Toyota Camry slid off the road, and so did the car that was driving crazily. And the Camry was wrapped up like a ribbon around a tree, dead center in the middle, went around a tree and just wrapped around the tree. And the other car that had been weaving out of traffic was wrapped around it too, up in the trees.
Not good for sure.
No, but it was funny. I was like, that's an accident waiting to happen. Sure enough, it was.
I don't want to be involved because I don't know what to do.
If I have nothing planned,
I think maybe just prior military, maybe something just kicks in me, and I'm just like, let's go help.
You've had some training. It's not that I don't want to help. It's that I'm hopeless, not knowing what to do. I figured people like me are more harm than help.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would try to get help. There's no doubt about that. I don't know what was going on many years ago, probably, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, over on the Berkeley Bridge. I was going out of town on 264, and the traffic was real congested. I think there'd been a bridge lift, but this car came flying out of nowhere and went airborne and rolled and hit a couple of cars and whatnot. And I went, whoa. My first thought was, let me call over here and call 911, which I did. By the time I had done it, they told me they'd already gotten 5 calls on it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm like, they must have been calling while the guy was in flight. Because, as soon as it happened, I had my phone calling in, and it was, they already gotten the call. I heard the sirens, and I figured, okay, everything's okay. There was a whole ton of people out there. But
no sooner than we have this conversation, you're going to need a blanket or some water or something in your vehicle.
Well,
we need to outfit you.
I make sure I have a coat in the wintertime.
I'm going to have to reach out to AAA. Hey, AAA, I'm coming for you. We're going to have to get him an emergency kit and some water in his vehicle.
That AAA, that was the first thing I think of in any kind of problem with my car.
Well, no, I use my AAA card for, I use it because I like my AAA and I use it. And,
I don't have to use it a lot, but that's the reason I have it, is for the peace of mind in case I get into trouble.
I understand, but there's something in me. I don't know. I see accident and I see big accident stuff. There's something in me that just springs in, and I feel like I got to go run and see if I can put my finger and stop bleeding or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I figure I'm inept and unskilled and have no knowledge with that, and that I could cause more trouble than it's worth. The best thing I could do is to quickly as possible find somebody that had some sense to come help.
Yeah. Cameron, what do you got in your car?
Me, I have a small jumper cable pack that's like the size of my hand,
Yeah, the new ones, the small handheld jumpers.
which I had to use this week actually, because I left my lights on, sadly. And then I need to put it back in, but I used to carry a first aid kit with a flare set in it.
I should carry a first aid kit. I will agree with that. I should. I just never thought about it.
A
till
flare
now.
set comes in handy.
We're going to get you hooked up. We're going to get you a blanket, too. On that note, guys, we got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I have a rant, and I haven't had one in a while, but I got a good one, so buckle up. It's going to be good. I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national strength of Napa. Nationwide warranties honored by thousands of locations. You know that's Napa know-how. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is independently owned and operated by neighborhood professionals who operate by a written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of ASE certified technicians who will greet you with a smile you can trust. Visit us today.
You heard me say it, and now here's your chance. Now's the time to go find your auto garage. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to NapaBDGHRVA.com and find your all-star car care center today. That's NapaBDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cottman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cottman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated. Are you ready for a change? Is this the year you go from just a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand fields with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC, commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial driving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available. Job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more, or call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI. Not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your do-it-yourself garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Palach. We're hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb, and of course, Cameron's doing all of our techno work for us. And well, before we were talking about what you have in your car and the reasons why. And apparently, Larry has absolutely nothing in his car. Do you carry a pen in your car?
Yes.
Okay, well, at least you got a pen.
And paper.
Well, see? Well, there you go. You got
Do you
something
carry
in
your
car.
insurance card?
Yep.
Do you know how many people don't? They can't find their insurance
I
cards when
keep
they
it.
need
I
it.
keep it in the
Right.
little pouch with the registration.
I say that for a funny thing because Don handed me my insurance card. I put it on the counter. And I'm like, I'm going to put it in my car. And then as I'm sitting here, I realize, well, I didn't put that in my car yet.
I don't even realize when they changed the law that required you to carry that. I just one day I saw that it was written on there. This is required to be.
Most officers won't ask for it.
They didn't used to ask for. They used to ask for license and registration. They didn't used to ask for the insurance card.
Now it's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
Yep.
Well, the last time I was stopped by a police officer was probably 5 years ago, and all he wanted to see was my driver's license. He didn't ask me anything about insurance
Well,
card.
I think I always think it's weird they ask you for registration just for the fact that they can pull it up
Yeah, they got a computer.
right
they
there,
Can,
and it says who. And as long as the license matches the other,
well, then you know the owner is driving the car.
right. That's why I always thought. I mean, there must be a reason for it. I'm sure that we don't know. Like, I'm not a police officer, so I don't ever,
You're required to carry it, and they want to see if you're in compliance.
Right. Like I said, I don't ever try to tell, there's everything has a reason for it. All right. go
Do
ahead.
not answer this question.
Okay.
Larry, when a police officer walks up to your car, what's the first thing he does?
What's the first thing he does?
Yep.
He asks usually driver and registration, a driver's license and
Before he
registration.
even reaches your window, what's the first thing that he do?
I don't know.
Oh, this is easy.
He just walks up and usually that's the first thing that you can tell I haven't been pulled over very often. But
That's probably a good
He
thing.
taps the back of your car.
he taps it.
Now hold on, because this has been up for debate a bunch of times of why people believe they do that.
I've never noticed.
When they
a
walk
lot-
I
up
know
to-
the
when they walk
reason
over their
why.
car, they put their hand on your car as they walk up. Now this is up for debate. I've never ever confirmed this, but Cameron and I have had this debate back and forth. I believe two different methods or reasons why they do. I believe that they put the hand on the car to see if the car is still running.
Yep.
That's number one. And then other people say they do that because they want to leave a set of fingerprints on the car.
Yep.
Just in case anything happens and the car drives away. But then I told Cameron, I said, well, some wear gloves, so they wouldn't be putting a set of fingerprints on the car.
I was reading an article on Facebook, I think it was last week, and they said the reason why they do it is because they can feel if the car engine is running. And then that's when they prepare to see if you're going to try to drive off.
A quick glance at the exhaust pipe will tell
Not
you
necessarily.
Not
No,
necessarily.
not necessarily, because a lot of cars aren't sitting there steaming. Not during the wintertime, sure, but if not, then if you can't hear it or anything like that.
It makes sense.
And I just want to say Tom was the one that did get it on Facebook Live. He says, touches the tail light.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Well, hey, I'm not thinking about what he's doing. I'm thinking about what
What ticket am I getting today?
What's it I'm getting today?
How have I damaged myself this time?
How much is this going to cost me?
Fortunately, it happens infrequently, but hey.
It happens. Here's the thing. I'm never mad when I get pulled over. And we've had this conversation before. I'm not mad. The officer, in theory, is just doing his job. He has a job to do. My job is to drive my car down the road. His job is to make sure I'm doing it in a safe manner. In theory, I'm going to say in theory, because I see everybody smiling. You all can't see him. I can see him. I'm going to say in theory, he has a job to do, okay? So that's the reason why I'm not mad. That has panned out for me more times in life than the opposite. We've had this conversation. I've had an officer walk up to my vehicle. I'm not hostile. I'm not mad. Good morning, good evening, officer. I mean, you know, and independent. I can usually tell by the way that he responds to me how this interaction is going to go. But most of the time, I am pleasant, even though I know there's a chance I'm getting a ticket. I still stay calm and I still pleasant with the officer.
Well, I do
More
that.
times than not has that worked out to my advantage, and I have not gotten a ticket. I told you we talked about this, and you know, people that listen all the time, that listen to the show, that tune in regularly every Saturday, know they've heard this story. When I got pulled over in Suffolk, when I got pulled over in Illinois, and 2 different times that I got pulled over, and I've been pulled over a whole lot of times in my adult life. Then I was pleasant. It didn't result in a ticket. The one in Suffolk did, but after I got talking with the officer, and he was just like, "You just seem to be real calm and just nonchalant about it." I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Because you have a job to do. It isn't my position to argue with you on the side of the road." And he just looked at me. I was like, "Well, it isn't. I know you have a job to do. I don't believe I'm speeding. You believe that I was. And everybody has their day in court." And he just stopped for a second. He looked at me, and we talked about this. Mm-hmm. And I said, "I haven't had a ticket in over 20 years. You believe I was speeding. I don't believe that I was. Well, I mean, everybody has their day in court. I'm not going to argue with you. You're going to write the ticket, and that's fine with me. I'm not mad at you." And he just caught him completely off guard. And I told you his response was if you haven't had a ticket in over 20 years, I'd see me in court. Now he's inviting me to come to court to argue with him in court.
Yeah.
I went to court and they dismissed it because the judge was even like, "I'm going to take you at your word. You haven't had a ticket in over 20 years. I'm going to believe you weren't speeding that day." So that worked out in my advantage. I see a lot of people. I've seen a lot of videos. I get a lot of videos sent to me through email that are different. People want to argue on the side of the road. That's not the time. It's not going to change anything. It's going to make it worse.
It always escalates if you get an attitude.
I understand you're upset. Nobody wants a ticket. But the time and place is not on the side of the road to argue your point. And then people go, "Well, I go to court and the judge doesn't want to hear what I have to say." I understand that happens too. But on the side of the road is not going to change the fact. You're not going to change that gentleman's mind on the side of the road. In fact, you're going to make it worse. And then when you go to court, they're going to ask, "Well, how was his demeanor?" "Well, this guy was just a complete jerk on the side of the road, gave me a hard time," stuff like that. That's going to look really bad for you in court, and you haven't even had time to speak yet. So now the cards are already stacked against you because you are presented as a jerk on the side of the road, and now you get a chance to speak, and the judge already sees you as being a jerk. Before you've ever had a chance, he hasn't even met you, but he already has a preconceived notion of what you're all about, and you haven't spoke yet. So take my advice. I have won more cases that I have had to go to on different things car related. You guys know I'm a huge advocate in the muscle cars / just motor world as it is. I've been to a lot of different cases that had a lot to do with, cars, the lower car scene, all that kind of stuff. And I've gone and spoken on behalf for a lot of different people when it comes to this, because I believe that you have the right to have a nice car, be involved in the whole culture, and not be harassed just because you have a nice car. But if you're out there being an idiot and doing stupid stuff, well, guess what? You brought it upon yourself.
And this doesn't just go for any adults. All the teenagers can do this too. There's so many teenagers I see that want to fight their way out of the ticket. But it's like, for myself, I turn my car off, put my hands out the window so he can see that I'm not trying to grab anything with my keys in my hand. So he can know that my car is automatically off and that I'm not going to start it back up. And I make sure I pull out of the side of the road into a parking lot.
And Cameron will tell you, I'll go to bat for you. Completely will go to bat for you if I think that you're in the right. But if you're in the wrong, I'm going to tell you, you're in the wrong.
Are you supposed to turn your car off when you're pulled over?
Okay, so here's
It's
the
respect.
thing. You should turn your car off when you're over. I've taught everybody that I've ever talked to, and I talk to a lot of different teens and stuff. I believe that it's okay to be a teen. You should have the right to be a teen and still have a nice performance car. But there's responsibility that comes with that. And I've taught everybody that I've talked to that just because where I came from in a little different time, we had a lot more going on then, and it's starting to creep back around where police just don't feel comfortable with kids who have lowered cars, tinted windows, that can't see inside of it, makes them nervous. For all the reasons that it should make a police officer nervous
I get
approaching a
that.
car that they can't see into. I've
just
taught
described
them
my
to turn the car off, take the key out of the ignition, put your hands, if they can't see inside because the car's tinted, take your hands, set them outside the window and hold your keys outside the window till the officer gets up there. That way he knows car's off, he can see your hands, the windows are tinted, he can clearly see your hands are in view. Is that overkill a little bit? Maybe it is, but he can't see inside your car because you've decided to tint your windows from the back, which you can do, but he now can't see inside the car. So put his mind at ease that he can see your hands. He knows the car isn't running because he can see your keys physically in your hand.
And that's how my car is. My car is tinted on the back and the sides, so you can't see through my car. So
Roll the window down.
roll the window down,
and
put
I
your
have-
hands outside the window.
I don't
Just
only
until he
roll
gets up
down my
there so he
driver's
feels
side
comfortable.
window. I roll down my passenger side
Yeah.
window because I usually know another officer
Sure, is coming down the
coming
passenger
down
side.
the passenger side. So
That's what I've taught all of them. Every teenager I've talked with in some of the conferences that we've talked and stuff like that, I'm like, look, just give them the respect. Roll down both windows so they can clearly see inside the car. That way you give them nothing to worry about. And you can put, are they going to be still on edge a little bit? Sure. They're on a traffic stop. They're going to be on edge. They have the right to be. Look at some of the things that are going on out there in America. Are all officers perfect? No, we're not perfect, but we strive to be. And that's one of my rants.
we're allowed to make mistakes.
That's one of my rants. I have another one coming. Stay tuned. I got to take a commercial break, and I'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778. Are you ready for a change? Is this the year that you go from a job to a career? Well, ATI can help. Advanced Technology Institute offers degrees and diplomas in the in-demand field with hands-on training of automotive technology, heavy vehicle technology, HVAC commercial refrigeration, maritime welding, and commercial diving. ATI provides accelerated schedules to help students get into their career field fast. So why wait? Day and night classes are available, job placement assistance from orientation to graduation. Go to auto.edu right now to find out more. Or you can call 757-490-1241. That's 490-1241. What are you waiting for? ATI, not just helping build the minds of tomorrow, but building your community every day. ATI is certified by Chev, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Well, here's a pound of prevention from your Napa Auto Care Center. We'll customize a preventive maintenance package for your vehicle that will save you time, money, and hassles now and down the road. We'll ask, do you drive mainly in the city or on the highway? Plan to keep your vehicle? How long? And more. Preventive maintenance is a good thing that prevents bad things. Build yours at your Napa Auto Care Center today.
Hey guys, Dave Pilach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Do you currently have a repair shop you trust? Haven't found the time to go to a garage for all your automotive needs? Check out the all-star team at Napa BDGHRVA.com. That's Napa BDGHRVA.com. Let them show you what it's like to work with the professionals and make a friend along the way. Talk to you soon.
Do you currently live in an apartment or condo? Need to work on your car, truck, even motorcycle, but your homeowners association has you down? If your garage is full of broken dreams and the I'll get to it next week projects, American Do-It-Yourself Garage is the place for you. They offer fully equipped, well-lit garage bays with or without a vehicle lift for your needs. Each bay is fully equipped with a workbench, hand tools, air tools, laptop usage, even assistance with parts ordering, which is all included with each bay rental for a reasonable price. If you're looking for a place that feels like home, filled with fantastic staff willing to lend a hand, then give American Do-It-Yourself Garage a call today at 1-844-462-3494. That's 1-844-462-3494. Or go to their webpage and reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. Let the friendship begin. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated. Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Pilach, hanging out with Rock and Larry Cobb. Hey, if you guys have been listening to us for the first half hour, well, hang on tight, because here's one of my rants. So I did warn you guys, and I'm going to warn you again. So you might want to sit back. You might want to buckle up, just click in, because this one's going to get you for a little bit, because it irritates me, and, well...
So you should have said, buckle up and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, well, you might want to put your trays in the upright position for this one, because this one really bothers me. So
we have 4 exits on the side.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you guys know what I've always called it, the 2-foot two-step is?
No.
Okay.
Never heard that term.
Never heard that term? I've used it forever. I know there's some people out there. 2-foot two-step is, I decided to have some drinks, and now I'm going to try to sneak my way back home and hope I don't get pulled over. And I call it the 2-foot two-step because I'm behind with the person, and you watch them on the brake, off the brake. The car kind of goes back and forth, and on the brake, off the brake. So they're driving with 2 feet, as they try to sneak themselves back home. So this seems to happen a lot. I tend to get behind you, and I know this is going to irritate some of the people who possibly maybe listen to my show. I'm not saying it is, saying it isn't, but I'm going to make you mad if you do. Knock it off. I don't care if it was a Wednesday, because it seems to happen on that. You decided on a Thursday or possibly a Friday that you needed to have a couple drinks after you got off work, and now you're trying to do the 2-foot two-step on your way back home and hope that you make it back to the house because you've had too many and you don't get caught. And then I get stuck behind you, and I realize what I'm behind, and I want to get as far away from you as possible. Have you had that happen?
That I have.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to get around you, and when I decide to go around you, you decide to look at me like I'm the idiot. Or, because I live on backcountry roads, and it's only a 2-lane road, I'm stuck behind you while you try to navigate and sneak your way back to the country roads, back into Chesapeake from Virginia Beach.
I'd be hoping the guy just didn't drive into a ditch that I'd have to deal with it.
It keeps happening. I'm waiting for them to go into the ditch. I have to get behind them, and I wait. But every single time it happens to me, I'm stuck behind them. And then when I finally do get around them, or I get alongside of them at the next light because I'm going to go around, they look at me like I'm the idiot because I want to get away from them. And it seems to be like every person or every crazy person, or I get stuck behind that construction truck with the ladder sticking out behind it, or whatever it may be, as they're trying to sneak their way home and drive by Braille and hope that nothing happens.
That's when you need your big air horn that you haven't installed yet.
Man, I'm telling you, keeps happening and is driving me nuts. I just need to go buy like an old Chevy and put one of the big rubber push bumpers on it. And then when it happens, just give them a nice little push and shove them down in one of my ditches. And then just gently, so I know that they're safe where they're at and they can't do any harm to anybody else. Yeah. Look, I understand that, Wednesday's the hump day and you want to have a couple drinks. Have them at home. You don't need to go to the bar. Especially, bars shouldn't have parking lots. Makes no sense to me.
Well, hey, we got Uber. There's no excuse.
There's no excuse. Go park the vehicle at home. If you want to go to the bar, Uber to the bar and have a drink. Uber back home. Don't go out with the guys from the office, wherever it may be, from the job site. I don't care what it is. And go get yourself in the position that you can now not get yourself back home. And people like me who have family and have kids and stuff like that are trying to take their kids to karate, soccer practice, whatever, get stuck behind you. And then you can't figure out the distance of how to stop between the light. You stop short because you've had too many drinks. You can't figure out that the light is 10 car lengths up there. You've stopped 10 car lengths short because you have a depth perception problem. Or you can't figure out how far the car is in front of you, so you will now stop 5 cars short of the car in front of you. Or you have to apply your brakes 20 cars before you come to the light because you can't figure out just how far that light is.
Signs of obvious impairment.
Oh, I know it. I know what it is. Look, it's not worth it. You have the right to have a couple drinks after a hard day. You don't have the right to have a couple drinks and get on the road and put me, my family, and everybody else's family out there at jeopardy because you had a hard day or you feel you're entitled to have those drinks. It is the most annoying thing on earth. Is driving me nuts, and that's my rant. I cannot stand it. Or at 12 o'clock at night, when I've decided to go out to an event, I was responsible. I didn't put a bunch of drinks in me. I'm just not a drinker. I'm sorry. That's just not my big, huge thing. And I decided to try to come home, and I got to dodge 6 of you on the way home. Not just one, but 6 different ones. I get around one, and just as soon as I think I'm safe, I'm behind another one of you idiots.
Doesn't AAA also will come get your car?
I believe it. No questions asked. If you call them, they'll come get you and put it on a record and take you home.
Even if you're not a member.
Yeah. I believe they still do that. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on, but I'm pretty sure. I think just about anybody. I think if you called somebody, if they're human, would come and do it for you. I think towing services. I mean,
I know look, Uber has one. They just came out with that program where if you think you are intoxicated, then I believe there's a button. I don't know if it came to this city yet, but you can hit a button and they will come and get you with no questions asked.
I'm just telling you. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to kill your good time. You have the right to go have a good time, but not at our expense. Go have your good time. Enjoy yourself, not at our expense.
Tom said, I would rather stay behind and wait to see what happens. I don't trust them behind me. I don't want them catching me at the next light and running into the back of me. At least if they are in front of me, I can get around them after they crash.
Tom, you know what, Tom? I'm kind of with you, man. I am. But here's the thing. I'm a little bit on a different plane. I just want to get as far away from as possible. And I'm going to tell you, just as soon as I get around them, I put distance between us. I don't let them anywhere near me.
You've also taken the action in Dover and ripped somebody's key out of the ignition.
Yeah, I did. So if you guys never heard my Dover story, I think I told you the Dover story, didn't I?
I don't recall, no.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you the Dover story. So we went to the Dover race, okay? And we were on our way back to the hotel. Now, I told you, we just had the story. I told you I get involved. Accidents and stuff, yeah. There's something in me that I have that maybe other people don't have that I just have.
You're a good Samaritan.
I don't know if that's what it is. There's just something in me. So we're driving back. We left the race. So now it's, by the time we leave the track, we're heading back to the hotel. It's probably 12, almost 1 o'clock at night. And I'm driving, and we're in the truck, and I noticed that there's a set of taillights. I thought they were lights. I didn't realize they were taillights. And I turned to Cameron and we were in Nathaniel in the truck. I said, I don't remember there being lights on that side of the road, bright lights on that side of the road. I don't ever remember there being lights over there. And they're far in the distance. So we're driving, and as we continue to drive, I said it again. I said, I don't ever remember there being lights over on that side of the road. They're bright, and they're bright red lights.
They weren't moving?
At the clip that I was driving, I think I was driving like 75. I think the speed limit down that stretch is 70, and I was going 5 over. Be mad at me, I was speeding 5 over. Woo. So anyway, so I'm driving. As I continue to drive, I realize that those aren't stationary; they're moving, and I'm like, there's no roads, there's no access road on the side over there. I said, if those lights are moving, they're in the oncoming traffic lane. Now there's no cars coming at that point in time. I was like, so I sped up. Now I'm speeding. Ooh. So I think I sped up to about 85 to catch up. So I catch up. I realize it is a car on the other side of the median, oncoming traffic, going on that 2 lanes. She's running, by the time I got side by side with her, she's running about 90 on the oncoming lane driving. Now, I didn't know it was a she at that time. So I'm running, I'm honking my horn, I'm flashing my lights, and she's just running 90 in the oncoming traffic lane. Well, it's all fine and dandy for right that second, but as I look down the hill, because as you drive, you're going down a hill, I can see headlights coming. I'm like, holy crap. I said, this is going to be horrible. So I'm honking my horn, trying to get attention. Now, she's through a little grass median, so, hearing my horn's a little bit hard, but I'm honking, flashing lights, anything I can do to get her attention. I'm alongside her, I'm waving my hand. She looks over at me, she waves, and she just keeps on driving. Like something out of a movie. First set of cars finally catch up to us. They swerve around her. One goes off in the grass and slides into the grass median, and she just keeps on getting it. So as we go down, we traveled now probably about 4 miles at this point, and we come across another set of headlights, same thing. They get around her. Those people don't slide off. So we go through about maybe 10 sequences of 10 cars that have to swerve around her, and she's just still kicking it. She never misses a beat, never slows down. Now we've made it into a small town where there's going to be traffic lights and intersections. So we come through the first set of lights, cars slide everywhere, go off into medians. She goes through with traffic red, right through a red, and doesn't get hit. I'm like, okay. So I told the boys, I'm like, this is going to get bad. We're going to have to figure something out. So I make the decision at that point in time. I just bought the truck.
Yeah, it was
I just bought my truck. It was maybe a couple days old.
Yeah.
So I told the boys, I was like, cinch up your seatbelts. We're probably going to wreck this truck. I said to get her stopped. And I had made that decision to go ahead and take the risk totally in my truck. So I was like, we got to stop her. I was like, because she's going to kill somebody. I said, if she just hits us in the side,
we'll be good.
We'll be good.
We're in a
but
pickup
I said,
truck.
the truck will probably be totaled. So they agreed, and that's what we did. So I went ahead and come up on the side of her in the opposite lane of traffic, running about 90. And I got alongside of her, and I got her attention. Once I was running right against her, she started to slow down. We came to the next set of traffic lights, and I pulled up alongside of her.
And locked your brakes.
I locked up my brakes alongside her, and she finally got scared and locked up her brakes. And then I punched the gas and got in front of her, and I pushed down on my e-brake and slid in front of her. And she slammed on her brakes and stopped just before hitting me. And then I jumped out of my truck real quick, and I ran around and I broke the key off in the ignition and yanked it up in the park. And that was it. It came to an end. I yanked her out of the car.
And the police just shortly, like
Showed
3
up.
minutes later, arrived.
So
I had to tackle somebody
that happened a
yesterday.
couple years ago. So
Did you stay in touch?
no, well, here was the thing. She kept on. So she was wasted, and she kept on going. Let's just go in the Pizza Hut parking lot, have some pizza. We'll talk about this. Let's just go over here and have some pizza, and we'll talk about this. That's how drunk she was.
I'm sure the police took her in.
Oh yeah. She was done. She was done for. Yeah. Yeah. She was blitzed. But yeah, we had to make that decision and make that call.
Yeah, but you're lucky you didn't ruin your truck.
I was willing to though. It was weird because it was a very quick conversation.
There's
in the truck.
sometimes you have to make the decision: is it worth somebody else's life or is it worth my car?
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, it was a very quick decision we had in the truck. I was like, hey, we're probably gonna have to destroy this truck to stop her. Y'all good with that?
I mean,
it was like seriously. I mean, it sounds funny now, but
Yeah.
it was a very quick conversation.
Yeah.
and because it's just guys in the truck, we're just like, yep.
You know what I mean?
With the
Why'd you
seatbelt.
break the key off? What?
Because
they
she kept
can't
she kept
start
on putting her
the-
hand. She
yeah.
kept on putting her hand back on it. Kept on putting her hand back on it like she wanted to, like try to restart the vehicle. So I figured when I pulled it back and I snapped it, it didn't allow. There was nothing to turn anymore. She couldn't turn the ignition back on.
Okay, I was just curious.
That's why when she wanted to go drive again. She kept on wanting to drive again because I'd reached through to turn it off, and she kept on turning the vehicle back on like she wanted to drive off. So I just snapped it off.
Well, I bet she wasn't very happy when she sobered up the next
No,
morning.
probably not. No, I wasn't. I'm sure I wouldn't be her friend. I've never gotten a postcard, so it's okay. Anyway, guys, guess what? It's commercial break time again. Hang tight. I got some more stuff for you. Talk to you soon.
You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio with Dave Palach here on Freedom 1110 WKQA. Nobody remembers the name J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated until you need them. But when you have a toilet problem, drains back up, pipes freeze, your heat or air conditioning stops working, then you remember J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Don't forget the phone number, 399-1714. That's 399-1714. Air conditioning and heating, and all plumbing. J.F. Whitlow & Sons have been serving Hampton Roads since 1949, residential and commercial. You can always count on J.F. Whitlow & Sons to get to you fast and get the job done right the first time. Located in Portsmouth and serving all of Hampton Roads. Those who know, call J.F. Whitlow & Sons. Call them at 399-1714. That's 399-1714. J.F. Whitlow & Sons Incorporated.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of your everyday job? Looking for something more? You have to go check out ATI at auto.edu. Advanced Technology Institute has a program for you. From accelerated schedules to assistance in helping students get into the career field fast. Guys, I understand how hard it is with the hassle of juggling life, work, kids. That's why ATI provides day and night classes to make things as easy for you to succeed. If you're ready for a change, give them a call today at 757-490-1241. That's 757-490-1241. Make ATI your choice for building today's minds and tomorrow's communities. ATI is certified by SCHEV, the State Council of Higher Education for Virginia, to operate in Virginia. Talk to you soon.
Wish you could get your car in the air? We've got you covered. Don't have the tools for the job? Not a problem. Dream of having a garage equipped with everything you need to get the job done from start to finish? Well, dreams come true. At American Do-It-Yourself Garage, you'll find our friendly staff just waiting to lend you a hand in a safe and friendly environment. If you're looking for a place where you can do it all, from cars, trucks, and even motorcycles, your Do-It-Yourself Garage awaits. Call 1-844-462-3494 today or reserve your bay at AmericanDIYG.com. American Do-It-Yourself Garage. You can do it. We know you can.
Okay, your week is crazy. Your local Napa Auto Care Center understands. That's why we're open Saturdays for your convenience. Get that oil change you've been putting off way too long. Be done with those squeaky brakes that are on your last nerve. We get it. Our Napa Auto Care Center is open Saturday when you maybe don't have soccer, dance class, a late meeting at work, you name it. Call for a Saturday appointment now.
Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. Are you tired of trying all the wrong auto shops and never leaving feeling that satisfied experience? Napa Car Care Centers, the BDG HRVA group, has the answer for you. Friendly, reliable teams assembled for all your automotive needs. Find your local auto center today at Napa BDGHRVA.com. That's Napa BDGHRVA.com. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Dave Palach from Let's Talk Cars Radio. You've heard me say it time and time again. Anyone can guess what's wrong with your transmission. The true test is getting it right the first time. At Bob and Cindy's Cotman Transmission in Janif, there is no guessing. They understand that your car is more than just a car. It's what gets you from work on time and home safely at the end of the day. Bob and Cindy understand you have to work hard to meet the needs of your customer. Their certified technicians will help keep you on the road for years to come. If you can drive it, they can fix it. Call Bob and Cindy today at Cotman Transmission Janif, 466-7778. That's 466-7778.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Cars Radio, your automotive specialist. Call into the program now at 757-222-3705. Now, here is Dave Palach.
Welcome back, America. You're listening to Let's Talk Cars Radio on WKQA, Freedom 1110. I'm your host, Dave Palach. And if you've been hanging out with us for the last 45 minutes, well, you know it's a good show. Drinky.
My mic was off again.
Hey, but that's the first time.
No, that was the second time today.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Do you think about that every time you go to take a drink? Do you think of drinky?
I do.
Do you say that to yourself in the kitchen as you're preparing a drink?
I do.
Do you?
Yep.
That's one of those things that will stick with you forever
It will
now, I'm
stick
sure.
with us now.
It pops into my mind even when I'm not having a drink.
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, it was our vacation destination
videos.
Videos 1 through 3.
Here's the funny thing, because now when I pour myself a drink,
You
like
think
I say it every time.
I'm pouring a drink, and I'm like, drink it.
But you had all the props.
Yeah, right. No, it's funny. Hey, so here's one for you guys. I was telling you guys, and we actually just talked about it in the top of the hour. So being responsible, having yourself a muscle car, whether it's import, muscle car, exotic, whatever it is, you know, it's great to have one. You just got to be responsible for it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that aren't being responsible, and the police are getting tired of it. So now they're starting to resort to helicopters. Just taking helicopters, using them, and if you decide you want to shut down an intersection and do donuts in the middle of an intersection while traffic's real heavy, which is a big, huge thing now. It's happening all over America and in other countries. They're just resorting to helicopters.
Be cheaper to use a drone, wouldn't it?
You know what? It probably would. And I thought about that too. It would be cheaper to use a drone to stop it. But yeah, that's what they're doing. Helicopters. Who knew?
Yep. It's. I would just think that would be. I think it's great, but I think that would be the expensive way to do it.
Well, here's what I thought with the drone. Let's not run a helicopter and use all that jet fuel and everything like that. Drone flies in. You take copy of license plate and move on. You got the license plate. You know what the car is. You know the license plate.
Yeah, you stream the video to the police, and I mean, they can act on it.
It is.
It's got a GPS in it, so it knows where it's at.
Yep.
I mean, the drone would be the way.
Problem solved.
Yep.
So here's another thing. You want a fast vehicle, but you got kids. That seems to always be the takeaway. You can never finish your muscle car because kids take all your money. It is.
Hey. It was not my fault I took all your money from Shantam, okay?
So here is the solution. How about 1,000 horsepower Suburban or Tahoe?
1,000 horsepower Suburban.
Yes.
Chevy.
Now here's the thing. Here's my envision, and some people will appreciate this. Some people may not like this one, as Cameron and I talked about it. So you got your, I'm going to say vet, but it doesn't have to be a vet. You could be just starting out and you don't have a vet, but you could have your WRX, or you could have whatever it is. And you got your hot girls in the passenger seat that you've been trying to get to go out on a date with you forever, whatever it may be. So you are feeling good about yourself, and you're at the traffic light, and you're sitting there, and here you're getting ready to go out on your date, and you're all proud of yourself because you finally got the girl to go out with you. And let's just say somebody like me.
You're revving up your engine.
Yeah, you're
and
revving up your
everything.
engine, feeling proud, and somebody like me pulls up next to you in my Suburban, and you know, I got the wife in the passenger seat, and in the back is a couple churns, kids, in the back, and here you are, room, and you're like, yeah, look at you, you know, you got kids and a wife, and I got the hot girl in my little muscle car, and then you lead away from the light like you're something. And before you know it, I walk the dog on you in my Suburban. And as no matter how much gas you give it, I continue just to walk out of your life in my Suburban. And just to put the icing on the cake, as I start to walk away from you, the back windows roll down, and my 2 kids smile at you and flip you the bird as I walk out of your life. That needs to be made into a commercial. I'm just saying.
can picture it.
Chevy, if you make that into a commercial, you'll sell tons of those. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of my show. Hey, tune in next week at 1 o'clock. Don't miss it. We always have a good time here. Enjoy your Saturday, even though it's raining here. Enjoy your Sunday. Turn off the TV. Spend some time with your kids. Make sure they don't flip anybody the bird. And we're out of here. Talk to you soon.